legendary. You in the stands, I ain't need no commentary. If you the competition, you gon' get buried. I don't cheat on the game, we getting married. Yeah, they gon' know me as legendary. You in the stands, I ain't need no commentary. Ain't no option, ain't no secondary. I just throw it out like a Hail Mary. Legendary.
And that shot should leave no doubt as to where we are tonight. It's the Toyota Center here in downtown Houston, Texas. Thanks for joining our Tuesday night broadcast of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan with Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, our sideline reporter David Aldridge. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now, these the new power rankings. They tell a great story. They're moving on up, 4th spot in the rankings this time around.
Well, seeing where Vancouver is, they've shown their capabilities, but it's been in flashes. If they want to move up this list, it may take greater focus, greater commitment.
And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Thank you very much. Jaren Jackson Jr. is continuing in his father's NBA footsteps. Asked about that influence, Jaren said, just his heart for the game and tenacity. You have to be able to shoot and play defense because you don't want to be a liability. At the end of the day, my dad did all of that, and he won a ring. Kevin Jaren Jr. wants that last part, too.
I can see why, DA, and I think he's well on his way. Thank you for that one. Should be a very tactical game tonight. Both teams, Greg, relying on execution in the half court.
Yeah, and that requires ball movement, player movement. You can't just stand around and watch one guy go to work.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. They've got Brooks. Bryant is out there with Jackson. Then it's Morant. And it's Primo in at the 2-guard. And for the Rockets, they've got Porter. Miles Bridges is out there with Wood. Then it's Cunningham. So the Rockets win the tip. Singletary, guarded by Jackson. Bridges kicks to Cunningham. Clock at 4. From deep three-point range. That shot off. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
Yeah, and that one, their intensity on the offensive end was not matched by their opponent. That led to some easy buckets.
Just looked a step quicker all game long. They knew they had an advantage on offense.
Now, here's Bridges. Following the miss by Jaren Jackson. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
The Rockets shooting their first free throws of the game.
Rockets, 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And he makes both free throws.
Oh, he's never rattled at the strike. Always has that nice soft touch on his free throws.
Over to the wing. Morant finds Bryant. Back to Morant. And finished up by Morant.
Well, tall players like Bryant have a unique vantage point. Helps him see the open man.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Wood passes to Porter. Now here's Cunningham. Tight defense on him. He trains the turnaround jump shot.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
Oh, yeah, that's one of his go-to spots. I mean, you have to pressure him in that mid-range area.
Yeah, I'm amazed at Morant's ability to take contact and still stay in full control. And if you're wondering if Ja Morant lacks for confidence, well, look no further than his point guard moniker. This kid is fearless, and he's hungry, and he plays with that proverbial chip on his shoulder.
For Vancouver, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. On the wing, Brooks. 9 points last game out. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
That's his first.
And Craig, you talk about the fearlessness from Morant, reminiscent of Allen Iverson, the way he throws his body all around.
I mean, get knocked down, get right back up. At the same time, at 6'3", he can add strength to that frame. I know that's the goal of his as he looks to absorb contact and dish out a little of his own.
Now the free throw is good, now leading by 1. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. The Rockets have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Now here's Cunningham, guarded by Jackson. Here's Bridges. Good, and a nice assist from Porter.
The ability to score in close. Bridges showing some nice touch and concentration from this area.
Morant against Bridges. Porter pulls it in.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down.
Now here's Cunningham, coming off a stellar performance against Milwaukee. That one falls.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offense. One of the few guys in the league who make a lead pass like that. Oh, just a fantastic look.
Now here's Cunningham. As you can see from his numbers, he's been a key component in their offense. He's averaging almost 18 points a game.
I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today.
Here's Bryant, and Bryant slams it in.
And what a pass from Morant. I mean, he does a terrific job staying alert and seeking those opportunities.
Outside, Porter. Pass to Cunningham. Back to Porter. Singletary. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. He has 5.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Here's Morant, and finished off by Morant.
Just another example of why you run plays through Morant. I mean, he makes great decisions with the ball in his hands.
Now Cunningham. He has 6. Hits the three-point bomb.
Well, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Morant finds Bryant. The pass to Primo. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
3.
Primo's got 5 points so far. Cunningham passes to Bridges. Houston moving the ball around. Cunningham inside. Guarded by Morant. For Vancouver, they've gone 6 of 8 in the game so far. A very solid start for them. And the shot is good.
John Morant.
Here is Cunningham. Outside, Porter. Poked away. Ryan against Wood. The shot, no good. Nice D from Bryant. And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for Vancouver. It's good.
The coaching staff likes this. I mean, they want Brooks to take these type of shots. And you see why.
Now, here's Cunningham. Guarded by Morant. Looking to end the run. And Cunningham with a nice bucket inside. He's got 8.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Morant bats for 2. And the Grizzlies 10 down 2 more.
They couldn't have asked for much more from him today. He's been a key force in their offense.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. They're getting their first look of the season at Vancouver in this one.
Get loud for your Quad City Gangsters.
And a moment here to check out the numbers for Bridges. 9th in free throw percentage. And his sweet shooting stroke places him in the top 15 league-wide in three-point percentage. You've got to play him tight.
And yeah, he's a true professional at the free throw line. It's a part of the game where he excels. You want him at the line for you in crunch time. Now, here's Cunningham. He's got 8, and it's sent back by Bryant.
And because of Bryant's timely shot blocking skills, he makes opponents second-guess themselves.
Here's Primo, guarded by Porter. Here's Primo. He's got 5. 5 to shoot. Bryant finds Morant. Now Brooks. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Near the three-point line, it's Porter. And they get it back. Bridges outside. Singletary. Brooks covering. Singletary. He can't get that one to fall. So Vancouver will take it the other way. Brooks with it. He's against Cunningham.
He doesn't get the finish, but the D's got to be quicker to rotate and stop him from getting to the rim.
Back to Porter. Pass to Bridges. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And Greg, some players say they watch the standings. Others say they ignore them. Which side were you on?
You know, at times I did a little of both, but I typically wanted to watch, especially when my team was relevant. There was a couple years where I had no desire at all to see where our team was because I knew we were pretty close to the bottom.
And that one falls for Bridges.
You know, Bridges takes a lot of pride in his hometown of Flint, Michigan. Shout out to the Flintstones. That's great to see. I mean, he holds a basketball camp there. That community is always close to his heart.
He's perfect from the line this time. And Vancouver with the possession here. And here is Bouknight. 14 points from him the last game against Utah.
I mean, look at his free throw numbers. I mean, this shows you how much pressure he put on the defense.
Rockets trail by 4. Oladipo with the ball. 8 points his last outing. It's rebounded by Brunson.
Everything looked good until the finish. And almost.
And no good that time. Nice D from Oladipo. And the rejection by Jackson. Pass to Brunson. Now here's Bouknight. Back to Brunson for the 3. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
No, he just caught the defense napping. He shoots a very high percentage from three-point range, and there's no hand in his face.
Pass to Hardaway. It's good from long range.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
But these days, so much emphasis on the perimeter game, but you can see why after that sequence.
Outside Jackson. Brunson up top. Guarded by Oladipo. Brunson and the pass to Booknight. 4 on the shot clock. Shoots over Bridges, and they force the shot clock violation. Great team. His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile one block.
And in a close game, blocks like that are so clutch, and that could be a real difference maker here tonight.
The Rockets making a switch here. Peters checked in. Rockets trail by 4. Oladipo taking his time here. And Martin now top of the key. Here's Willis. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And that's a perfect setup. Solid screen, defender can't avoid it. Opens up a clear path to the bucket.
The pass to Clark. Now Jackson, covered by Martin. The 10-footer. And there's Vancouver with another bucket.
Inside, Jackson is just so effective. His natural abilities give him the edge over the defense.
2 minutes.
Pass to Hardaway.
2 minutes.
Back to Oladipo. Here's Willis. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
And known as a combo guard, Victor Oladipo has some point guard level passing skills in the body of a 2.
Now here's Brunson. He's coming off a 13-point game against Utah. Houston's gone 4-6 from long range here early on. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Jackson Jr.
That's on Jaren Jackson.
13 foul.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Vancouver.
They've been effectively aggressive here in the first half, driving to the hoop with authority and getting a lot of their points right at the rim.
And also knocking down the mid-range because they're making good decisions with the basketball.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. Thomas Bryant, he's checked in for Jackson. And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. Vancouver has gone 3 of 4 on 3-pointers in the first quarter, doing well from long range. Here's Booknight. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
And what makes Booknight so difficult to guard? His ability to hit jumpers off the bounce.
He's got a great handle on the quickness to create separation. I know it's unpopular with the analytics crowd, but his pull-up from mid-range is money.
Here's Bain after the made shot from Victor Oladipo. Teardrop shot. Booknight, no good. The Rockets shooting it officially from the get-go. They're at 52% from the field. And it's sent back by Bryant. Clark into the lane. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
You got to know, this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Brandon Clark. That's his first personal foul. 4th team foul.
The Rockets shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board. 77% collectively.
Shooting 2.
That one is off.
Wow. What, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. He hits the second from the line. Here's Bouknight. He has 6. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Seconds left in the first quarter. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
This is Bryant at his best, getting physical inside and drawing a good foul.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
76% at the stripe for him thus far this season.
He's off on the first.
And when Bryant had that special night from the floor a few years ago, and when he went 14 for 14, only one player in NBA history had more makes without a miss in a game. You might know his name. Wilt? Yeah, pretty good company.
And he's good on the second. Now, here's Oladipo. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. Hardaway. John Morant has been leading the charge, guys, for Vancouver. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And one of the better young two-way big men in the NBA, Jaren Jackson. He talked about how his defensive responsibilities grow.
Probably be more of a backline help, talk more, give more help for the rotations because, you know, depending on what team you play, there's a lot of specific things you got to do to guard a certain player.
Now with his 7'4" wingspan, Jackson has all the tools to be an elite rim protector.
But advanced understanding of positioning. His father was an NBA player, so he's been taught the game from a young age.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And when you consider how Vancouver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, how many coaches say, we want to start fast? Now, let's see if they can maintain that intensity.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. Jalen Brunson out there with Bouknight. Then it's Thomas Bryant. Then it's Brandon Clark. And it's Bane in at the small forward. Brunson, no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Release the pass to Oladipo. On the wing, Hardaway. He's covered by Clark. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Chris, congrats again on your call to the Hall of Fame. Not to put pressure on someone currently in the NBA, but does anyone out there now remind you of you back in the day?
Well, you know, Kevin, I try not to look at it like that, but there are a lot of players that play the same position in which I love how they play. I love how Embiid plays. I see similarities. My man Jokic, I definitely see some similarities in the way that we passed and tried to make sure that we were point forwards. But I tell you what, instead of seeing similarities in anyone, I tell you what, I'm a fan of all the big fellas because they fight out there.
That free throw good from Hardaway. Good on both. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. That game is the first and last of their homestand. A pass to Bryant. Lays it in off the pretty alley-oop.
Oh, Kevin, get a load of that one. Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him. Now, here's Oladipo. Passes to Hardaway. We're Closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. And finished off by Martin.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Here is Bryant. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Utah.
And his rebounding was solid in that effort as well. He did a lot of work on the glass. All around, just his effort level was off the charts.
Now, with all the intensity he plays with, boxing him out is a chore. A tough one.
Oladipo against Brunson. Clark up top. He had 19 points in the win against Utah.
And not only that, I mean, if you think about it, he dominated the boards. His energy was incredible. He never stopped working.
Given the size disadvantage, you have to have a lot of confidence to take that shot.
Yeah, no question. It takes skill and a certain level of
Now a timeout called by Houston. Vancouver making a switch here. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Left side, Porter from the arc. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Morant outside. Dishes it to Bryant. Clark trying to get open. Got it, and the Houston lead has been cut to just 1 point on the basket from Bryant.
You got to be more physical with Bryant than this. I mean, he's skilled at fending off contact on the way up.
Now here's Cunningham. Defense is right there. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. To the right side. Primo. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got 4 assists in the game. Guys, what a tight start to the game this has been.
And it's still in the first half. This could be a wild one.
Pass to Peters. Here's Wood. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Cunningham gets the bucket.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint offensively here is eye-opening.
Vancouver has gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. And it's good, 2 points. And the Grizzlies lead by 2.
Oh, it's been all about Ja tonight. I mean, he can score in many different ways.
Porter against Morant. Here's Peters. His last outing, he had 8 points. Just 5 to shoot. Singletary cans it from downtown. He's got 11.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Oh, and that's why they're running plays for him. They're getting him the ball and letting him go to work.
Rockets have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting.
And coming out of high school, John Morant said he was a no-star recruit. One reason he may have been overlooked was his small-town upbringing. Growing up in Dalzell, South Carolina. And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
There's the drive. Cunningham's shot is off. Vancouver has gone to 3-point range 7 times tonight, knocked down 5 of them. And even though he played on an AAU team with Zion Williamson, scouts, Greg, were looking right past John Morant.
And didn't get a lot of offers at first. After 2 years at Murray State, he joined Steph Curry and Damian Lillard as another star point guard out of a mid-major program. And to this day, he carries that underdog chip on his shoulder. Clearly with a foul.
John Morant. That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Houston.
The three-pointer has been a major weapon for them in early stages. I mean, they'd be smart to keep moving and working on the perimeter.
And also, how about the willingness to attack the basket and challenge the defense here tonight?
First free throw is good.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Bridges, he's checked in for Houston. And Vancouver also making a switch. Jackson's checked in. And so Cunningham nails both of them. Vancouver trails by 4. Brooks outside. Vancouver working the ball around now. Feeds to Morant. Jackson trying to break free. And that one's good. Morant.
Assist from
14 points for John Morant.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Cunningham inside. Jackson on him. Cunningham dishes it to Porter. Offensive rebound.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
And Morant's got the ball here for the Grizzlies. 4-point game. Brooks outside. The tray. It's Cunningham with the rebound. Houston's gone 7 of 11 from deep tonight, using the three-pointer to their advantage. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game. Now 6 for 10.
How about that move? You'll see very few players able to pull off just sensational stuff.
And the Grizzlies call their first time out of the game. Cade Cunningham really making a difference here.
Oh, yeah, no question what they'll be talking about in this timeout. They need to figure out some way to slow him down.
And Vancouver with the possession here. They trail by 6. Morant against Bridges. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Miles Bridges.
That's on Miles Bridges.
One thing Morant does with consistency, I mean, he keeps defenders off balance.
Shooting for the
Grizzlies have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4.
At the line for
Looking
2.
over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
And the first one drops.
And what really separates Morant? The intangibles. He has a great camaraderie with his teammates already.
He doesn't get the second one. Houston leading by 5. Bridges passes to Cunningham. Bridges trying to free himself up. Cunningham hits the bucket. Cunningham's got 16 points.
I mean, he is tearing the defense apart, and let's face it, they have not brought their A game on that side of the ball.
The 3 from Morant. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
And that was not an easy game for them. I mean, they barely hung on at the end of regulation before they were able to pull it out in overtime.
They got that little burst of energy in the extra period. Once they survived regulation, they were not going to let this one slip away.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now here's Morant. He's got 15. Left side Jackson, uncovered, and he sinks that one in the back of the rim on the way in. Jackson's got his second bucket of the game to go. Houston's gone 3 of 4 with the long-range bombs here in the second quarter. Cunningham with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Vancouver trails by 7. Morant finds Clark. Bridges with the board. Houston's gone 7 of 11 from deep tonight, using the three-pointer to their advantage. Wood, high post. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Now Brooks Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. And he gets it to go.
And sometimes it seems Brooks is better at scoring like this. I mean, he enjoys overcoming challenges.
Now, here's Cunningham, guarded by Jackson. And the rejection by Jackson. Here's Brooks. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Brooks has got 4 this quarter.
This is what you like seeing. Brooks being aggressive and taking initiative.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
Well, the defensive intensity has to pick up, and I'm sure coach is going to let them know that.
Section wants a t-shirt.
Houston making some changes. Martin, he's checked in for Christian Wood. Willis comes in for Porter. And it's Victor Oladipo in for Cunningham. The Grizzlies also making a change. Bouknight, he's checked in for Brooks. And finished up by Morant.
He's got some hops. Morant loves to attack the rim when he gets the chance. Any chance.
Oladipo for 3. Good on the triple. Oladipo's got 5 now.
He doesn't make plays like that very often. That's a nice move inside.
And here is Bouknight. He has 6. He takes it in. The Rockets pull it in. Bridges has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Inside, Singletary uses the glass to finish the layup. And it's a 6-point Rocket lead.
It's all about the assist on that play. He puts it in the perfect spot.
And there's the pass to Jackson. .141 left to play in the first half. Morant against Martin. And that one's good. Morant.
With this ability to create or attack the rim, the jumper is usually going to be there for Morant.
Willis with it. He had 16 points in the win against Milwaukee.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
That one's in there. Rocket lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Bouknight. Pass to Willis. And some nice passing there by Houston. Bridges against Clark. Willis, the pass to Martin. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. He has 6.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
Well, yeah, difficult finish, but if you expected him to back down, you better think again.
Now, here's Clark. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. 6 to shoot. To the paint. Here's Bouknight. Count it. Bouknight's got 11 points.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Morant against Oladipo. We've got 13 seconds left now here in the second.
And there's that scorer's mentality that Oladipo possesses, which really puts the defense in a bind trying to stop him.
This is his first free throw of the game.
At the line for Houston, Victor Oladipo. At the line for 2.
And the first one at the line is good. Grizzlies making a switch here. Oladipo hits them both.
The combination of shooting and speed Oladipo provides this team is invaluable. And his hunger to keep getting better, also impressive.
No good that time. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Rockets lead by 3. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the 3rd quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
There was absolutely no stopping Cade Cunningham in the first half. He had 18 points, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. The first 2 quarters tonight looked a lot like what we saw from him in his last game. Kenny, what'd you think about the Rockets?
Great work on the glass so far. They're hustling and showing more desire and boxing out. That's what they have to do. That's the recipe for success.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the visiting team.
I think they're playing defense with their hands instead of their feet. Too many times they've been caught reaching and they pay the price. These guys giving up way too many free throws. They need to stop sending guys to the line. Come on.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
This game has his fingerprints all over it. Now looking to replicate what he did in the first half.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. They've got Miles Bridges. And Kevin Porter is out there with Cunningham. Then it's Christian Wood. And that's the group for Taylor Jenkins as we begin the second half. Now here's Morant. It's rebounded by Houston. Bridges has got his 5th rebound in this one. Singletary, Brooks covering, and it goes down 2 points. 15 points in the game.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
We'd like to see a little more energy coming out of halftime with the defensive end.
Now here's Morant. And the layup is good.
Ja Morant.
Morant's got 21 in the game.
Well, the contact can't trip Morant up. He just glides past it and into his shot.
Cunningham passes to Porter. And it's good off the back rim and in. Porter's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Morant surveying the D. He kicks to Bryant. To the middle. That's good. The Houston leaders cut to just 3 points on the basket from Brooks.
And this guy is a gamer. Brooks, I mean, you have to admire how competitive he is, even amongst aggressive coverage.
6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
Rock solid start for him. I mean, they're 3 for 3 since coming out of the locker room.
Morant passes to Jackson. Now here's Morant. 21 points in the game. And there's the drive. Lays it up and banks it in. 23 points in the game.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Now here's Cunningham. He's guarded closely. And the rejection by Jackson.
That's their first shot of the half that hasn't found a mark. It's been a good start for them.
Counting when the Houston lead has been cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Morant.
Much more than just a perimeter threat. Morant loves to sneak inside and do damage.
Cunningham inside. Guarded by Morant. Cunningham's shot is off. Vancouver has gone 6 of 11 when they're taking the 3-point shot tonight. Very respectable. Another 3 for Morant. Morant's got 9 points here in the second half.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Here is Cunningham. He's got 18. Shot to stop the run, and he sinks the layup. Cunningham's got it all tied up now for the Rockets.
Hey guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip. It's blocked.
second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Porter finds Wood. No good off the back of the rim.
No, defense, they just took that possession off. I mean, they get away with it that time, but they got to show some more aggression.
Here's Primo, and he uses the glass on the layup. Primo's got 12 points in the game.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Wood, high post. Kicks it to Cunningham. Doesn't go that time. Morant with some nice D.
Not the most productive quarter he'll ever have, but his shot selection's been a little bit dubious.
The Rockets trail. Now Cunningham. He's got 20. And he drives in. And then Cunningham slams it in.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. I'm glad we got to see the Mobile One block once more. What a play.
And that is a huge block. Given how close this game is, a stop like that was right on point.
Now here's Porter. He's got 8. Driving in, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Porter's got 4 points this quarter.
Okay, listen, you got to body him up when he's in the paint. If you play off of him, then that's just 2 easy points.
Brooks outside. It's hauled in by Wood. Wood's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. There's the lob to Bridges.
Still just scratching the surface, polishing his game. Bridges' best basketball is ahead of him.
Outside Bryant. Morant outside. The Grizzlies with another miss. Houston leading by 4. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
And guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel it's not.
No, great ball movement from Grizzlies there. I mean, the self-awareness, the selfless attitude leading to the wide open shot.
Bridges against Morant. Will it go? And the layup is good. Morant's got 30 points.
He's ramped up his game in a big way this quarter. I don't think he likes it when they're trailing.
Now a timeout called by Houston. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Here's Martin following the basket by John Morant.
Yeah, and the height disadvantage there forced him into a really tough shot. Tried the fadeaway, but just couldn't pull it off.
Now here's Jackson. Very solid contribution from him as he averages over 20 points a game. Martin kicks to Oladipo. Floats one, and it's blocked.
Well, this is where measurements don't tell the whole story. Clark is a tremendous shot blocker despite having an average wingspan.
Now that one from Bouknight. And here's Oladipo. He'll bring it up for the Houston Rockets.
And Brandon Clark, a dangerous finisher. Not only as a dunker, but his floater game is on point as well.
Well, you see why Sean Marion comparisons are made. I mean, that great touch combined with his vertical leap, you know, they make him a handful inside.
Vancouver has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. That ties the game. Clark's got his second bucket.
And he's stroking it well, but he just hasn't shown the aggressiveness that they need out of him. Probably in front by more if he was taking more shots.
Now here's Oladipo. He has 7. Stolen by Jackson. And here's Brunson for the lead. And Oladipo pulls it down. Oladipo's got his 6th rebound on the night. Passes it to Willis. Here's Peters. He's covered by Clark. Martin dishes to Porter. Trying to end the drought. It's not going to go for him. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way.
Can't quite find his three-point touch in the second half yet. He had 2 in the first half, but still none since the break.
Runs in the pass to Jackson. Over Martin. Jackson misses.
Oh, he found the open space from mid-range. Just maybe rush his release a little bit.
Willis. Oh, that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Willis has got 9. Vancouver has gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%. 7 of 13 on threes. Driving the lane. Great D that time for Martin. Houston in the lead. Oladipo outside. Porter against Clark. And the layup's good off the glass. Porter's got 6 points in the quarter.
He's got the hot hand right now. As long as he can keep getting open, they've got to keep feeding him.
Brunson against Oladipo. The shot's good from Brunson.
He's a very skilled finisher inside. Even with defenders close, he'll find a way to score.
Rockets shooting 51% from the field. They'll take that.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Here's Oladipo. And the rejection by Jackson. Down low. It's stolen by Martin. And there's 1:45 left to play in the third. Here's Oladipo. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
The D hanging tough and stopping what would normally have been easy lay.
Bain with the bucket.
Bain. Assisted Jalen Brunson.
And for Houston, they're shooting in the second half so far about 45%. Pass to Martin. Oh, that's blocked. They get it back. Peters with the bucket. 1:05 left in the third. Vancouver has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Vancouver working the ball around now. Here's Jackson. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Jackson's got the game tied up here for the Grizzlies.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Oladipo for 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. Oladipo's got 10.
Wow, his first triple of the second half gives him 2 on the night. He's not making much of an impact from deep.
And the pass to Clark. To the inside. Here's Jackson. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Oladipo with the ball. Guarded now by Jackson. And finished off by Martin.
Able to create off the pick and roll. Oladipo, this is how you move the ball in these sets.
Brunson scanning the floor. Pass to Bain. With 1 on the clock. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the 4th quarter. Houston on top, up 5. We'll be back shortly live from Houston, Texas. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this 4th quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And Vancouver, who they've got? Jaren Jackson is out there with Clark. Then it's Book Knight. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Bain in at the 3.
He hasn't chipped in with many points tonight. Good thing he has the guys around him to carry the weight.
Here's Bouknight. Here's Clark. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket.
And all of his athleticism on display there. Clark's work ethic makes him lethal on that offensive backboard.
Willis. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 in the game.
Yeah, how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Now here's Jackson. Johnson with it to the left side wing. 5 on the clock. Bain passes to Bouknight. Can't get it to go. His 5th miss and 10 shots from the floor. Going inside. Outside Hardaway. Passes it to Wood. Banked in off the glass. And now a 7-point Rocket lead.
And not easy getting Wood off his spot. Even with contact, still able to stay focused and balanced.
Now a timeout called by Vancouver.
All right, look who's coming on the court. Get loud for your Quad City Dancers.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hi, guys. Well, during the break, I was able to catch what the Grizzlies coach was talking about with his team. He was not pleased. He said, you guys look dead out there. Told them they've got to play with more activity. And then he said, this is not going to cut it. I have to see who's going to step it up. Guys.
Thank you, David. Here's Hardaway. The Grizzlies pull it in. Primo's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Brooks outside. He dishes it to Morant. Shoots over Bridges. It's good. And the Rocket lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Morant.
They're going to be relying on him here late. I mean, just think about it. Hoping to come from behind, he just needs to keep doing what he's been doing.
Here's Wood. A 3-pointer off the mark.
Now, you don't see that very often. A wide open 3 is usually like a layup for him.
The shot by Primo, no good. Houston leading by 5. Now here is Hardaway. Another miss by Houston.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
This isn't like him, and he knows it. The best thing they could do is try to get him more easy looks.
Now, here's Bridges. Lots of room. Bryant with the rebound. Bryant's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Now the feed to Clark. Bridges with the steal. Tries again, and it's good on the way in. He's got 19.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Yeah, that's what's frustrating because you did the job defensively to get the stop, and then you gave it right back.
Here's Primo. Morant outside. The shot, no good. And the Rockets take it the other way. Pass to Hardaway. To the middle. Here's Wood. And finished off by Wood.
And there's a lot of power behind Woods' dunks. He's not going to get cheated when he takes it to the rim.
Now the pass to Morant. It's blocked. Pass to Wood. The 3. Sinks the 3-pointer. Wood's got the lead up to 12 now for the Rockets. Hey guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Houston.
All those block shots, that's a clear indicator of the great D they've been playing. Not giving them an inch of space out there.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. after the three-pointer from Christian Wood. They need this, and there it is for him. That's now 8 points for Brandon Clark.
His shooting has been a bright spot for them. Otherwise, they've struggled as a whole.
Singletary, Brooks covering. Singletary hits the front of the rim and out. Vancouver trails by 10. Here's Primo. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about them not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Passes it to Wood. Singletary. Another shot, and the layup is up and in. 1 point in the game.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Here's Morant, and he slams it right down on top of Cade Cunningham.
Are you for real? Morant, way up. That move is fire.
Hardaway against Bryant. And it's sent back by Bryant. And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here. A fantastic mobile one block. This one deserves another look.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest. Going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
Porter's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr.
Kevin Porter Jr.
Here is Cunningham. Clock at 6. Beyond the arc. Bryant with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Here's Brooks. Good, and a nice assist from Morant.
What sound fundamentals and shooting mechanics that Brooks has. I mean, he makes defenders pay for the rebound.
Pass to Cunningham. Bridges with it. The Grizzlies pull it in. Clark's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Now here's Brooks. Guarded closely. It's hauled in by Wood. Wood's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Cunningham's shot is off. And Morant's got the ball here for Vancouver. And he banks in the layup. Morant's got 17 now, just in the second half.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Coach trusts him to make winning plays down the stretch. I mean, because he's shown that ability time and time again.
Bridges shot, good.
You know, spacing the floor is so important in today's game. So Bridges, three-point ability, that fits right now.
Here's Morant. Nice shot from 10 feet out. Morant's got 38 points.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
This is why they go to him in these spots. I mean, they trust his judgment and ability to score down the stretch. And even if the D has an impact, I mean, there's no way he's blocking that shot. He's giving up too much size.
Here's Morant. Out left to the wing. Vancouver working the ball around now. Nice shot by Brooks.
Yeah, he's got his first 3 of the game. Took more than a half to do it, though.
Houston leading by 4. Now Porter. The pass to Cunningham. That's a floater go. Here's Wood. That one's not going to go. Good work defensively by Bryant. Vancouver trails by 4. Morant outside. Takes it off the glass. Morant's got 40 points.
And this is what you want from your leader. No moment is too big for Morant.
Pass to Porter. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. And the Rockets lead by 4.
Oh, you get it inside like this, you're going to get a high percentage shot almost every time.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies.
The allotted section gets free T-shirts. Let's see who's the last.
And now, let's present our New Balance player of the game, Ja Morant.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
Jaren Jackson, he's checked in for Vancouver. Morant left side. Inside. Here's Primo. Guarded by Porter. Offensive rebound. Primo with the bucket.
And really at this stage of the game, to get those kinds of offensive rebounds for putbacks, you almost feel like it's a 4-point swing.
Oh, yeah, that is a huge play. It looked like they had to stop until he came to the rescue.
Here is Cunningham. Vancouver picking up the basket just moments ago. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Cunningham's got 4 points now in the quarter.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs it right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
With the teardrop, and it's Morant missing.
Playing him tough inside and preventing the layup. That'll get the whole team pumped.
And that one's good by Porter.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
That's just the mentality you have to have. Not wanting to give the opposition any hope of flowing back into this.
Now here's Bryant. Goes back up. It's rebounded by Houston. Woods got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. .114 left here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Cunningham. Shot clock at 6. The Grizzlies pull it in.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
Oh, yeah, a little room for error now. We'll see what they run.
There's 48 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Wood. It's up a 3. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
You know they are, sure. I mean, come on, the finish line is in sight. All they have to do is play it smart.
Now here's Brooks. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
His first personal foul.
Sometimes Brooks is a tough matchup for the D, especially when he's playing with some intensity and looking to score.
At the line for the away team, Dylan Brooks taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
It's the first that brings them within single digits.
Well, it's easy to see all the hard work Dylan Brooks has put in. I mean, he just continues to add new wrinkles to his game.
And both free throws good for Brooks. 27 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's Hardaway, and then Hardaway with the dunk.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, I love how they play for one another out there. No signs of selfishness. It's just a total team effort.
Here's Jerome. So we see Houston taking the W here. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity. And this is what they came out to do.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thank you. Victor, what does tonight's performance say about the confidence of this team?
Just we're pretty good. We play great together. You know, we play well together as a team. So when we do that, it's easier for us to beat teams.
Victor Wondermatha, thank you, my man. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. See you next time.